Imagine yourself going by foot to meet with a friend to hang around. Suddenly in the road appeared a couple of friends. They offered you a ride. You accept, and immediately you smell that they have been drinking and probably this was a bad idea. They decided to make a stop in the local store for buying more drinks. The owner of the store tells them that they don't have money, so they will have to leave. Your friends get offended, and in a blink of an eye, the three of them are having a fight with guns, and the three of them die. You are standing there in shock. What would you have done? Well, this story mentioned before is something that happened to Jefferson, a young black man in the book A Lesson Before Dying from Ernest J. Gaines. In the book, he was caught, sent to jail, and also he got the death penalty. But most importantly, he was called a hog during the court in front of all of his relatives. But what is the plot of the book, you may be asking? Well, Grant Wiggins, one protagonist, is a teacher, which is very related with the godmother of Jefferson, Miss Emma. Both her and Grant's aunt, Tante Lou, will ask Jefferson to go to visit Jefferson to the jail. All of this in order to make Jefferson believe that he is not a hog, that he is a man. Will Grant Wiggins accomplish this mission during the whole plot of the book? We are going to find out that. In the book, there are many important characters which are needed to be mentioned. For example, we have Grant Wiggins, which is going to be the teacher. We have also Jefferson, which without Jefferson there wouldn't be a story itself. We also have Tante Lou, which is Grant Wiggins' aunt. We have Miss Emma, which had all of this idea of Grant visiting Jefferson. We have Vivian, which is the romantic interest of Grant. And we have important characters in the jail, such as the sheriff and Deputy Paul. The settings of this book are mostly consisted of that this book was based in Louisiana in the year 1948, in the decade of the 40s in the United States, and the racism as a main and important factor during the whole book. My opinion of this book is very diverse. There are things that I like about the book. For example, the synopsis. The synopsis presents the book as with a very strong topic. The fact that a man has to turn a prisoner into a man before he dies is very interesting, and you want to know what is going to happen. Another aspect that I like was a character, specifically Vivian. For me, Vivian was very cute. When I was reading everything that she was saying, she presented herself as a support for Grant, and everything related with her was very romantic, and I like this character. But there are things that I didn't like about this book. The first thing that I didn't like is the protagonist, which is a very important thing, Grant. I didn't like Grant. I think he was a character full of lack of character, and he made a lot of questionable decisions during many chapters. In fact, I was expecting for him to die in the last chapters. Also, I think the vocabulary of the book can be a little bit boring. There are many complicated words that you have to be looking for in order to create the real context of what it is being said. Also, we have the unnecessary details and unnecessary chapters that appear in the book. There are things that are really unnecessary to mention that don't bring anything to the story, such as the chapter of the people talking about baseball or the program of Christmas, the Christmas program. There were many things that I thought this is not interesting for the whole book. There are many important quotes that stood out from the rest in this book. For example, I don't know when I'm going to die, Jefferson. Tomorrow, the next week, probably today. And that's why I try to live as well as I can every day and not hurt people. This quote is giving us the moral that we need to live every day as if they were our last day of life. Another quote that it was very interesting was, what does it benefit you to hurt people that loves you, that has done so much for you? This one gives us the moral that we need to be considerate with the people that love us, that we don't be bothering them, that we need to take care of them, that we need to think about their feelings. On the other hand, you are not going to like this book if you do not like books with a slow development of a plot. This book doesn't have too much action. There are many conversations in this book, so the rhythm of the book is very slow. Also, if you are a person who does not like unnecessary details, well, you are not going to enjoy this book because it is full of unnecessary details which do not bring anything to the story, as I was mentioning before. And finally, you are not going to enjoy reading this book if you are not an adult. This book, let's be honest, you need to be very mature to understand it, because a teenager wouldn't be able to understand it completely. So you need to be very mature to understand this book and also to enjoy it. You may be asking, which grade do I give to this book? Well, I have to be honest, and I will give to this book a 5. The book is not engaging enough to continue reading it. I feel like the book started very strong with a very interesting synopsis, but with the pass of the chapters, you are getting bored. So I am sorry, but this book receives a 5. Definitely, this is not a book for all the audiences. The book has many interesting topics, but the way they were written, they were not very interesting, and they were also boring. The book has aged badly, and the new generations probably are not going to be interested about reading this type of book. As to final comments, well, the book has a movie, and I definitely recommend you to watch the movie because it has a faster development of the plot. And finally, I think the book would have been better if the book was written in Jefferson's perspective. I think it would have been more interesting to read everything that he went through in the jail instead of reading Grant Wiggins' thoughts, which in most of the chapters, everything that he went through, it was not very interesting to read. At the end of the day, you will have the last decision. It is going to be up to you to read the book if you want. Without further ado, thank you for watching this video. My name is Javier Moreno, and this was Life with Javier Moreno. See you in the next time, guys. Cheers.